Good evening, football fans. You're live with Third Down with Morgan Holder. I am the perfect one, Morgan.
And I am Holder, the one that is a actual guy that believes in talent and chemistry over statistics. You can't go wrong.
I think you can because you finally beat me out of what, 5 weeks?
What do you mean beat you?
You finally beat me.
With picks?
Yeah, you finally beat me in picks, buddy. Finally.
Well, you know what? The underdogs paid off this time.
Oh, if that's what you call it.
Well, that's how I pick some of my games, is because they're underdogs.
And some of these picks you got this week, we're going to talk about that. We're going to jump into it, though. I want to give my shout-outs because they're the best shout-outs out there. I want to give a shout-out to First Take with the best analyst, Stephen A. Smith. And also with Nick Wright with First Thing. And then the best podcast besides mine, yours, Holder. You know who that is? With two of the great quarterbacks. You ready for it? The Manning Cast.
Bandwagon.
What?
Bandwagon.
What?
And Nick Wright looks like a buzzard with that big long nose.
Hey, first of all,
weird hairdo.
First of all,
don't know nothing about football.
He knows everything about football. You're just mad.
He don't know anything. He's never been right.
He was this week.
Anywho, I'm gonna give two shouts out because I had to drop one of my shout outs.
What'd you have to drop it for?
Because they got K-Bart on there, and I can't stand that woman, Kimberly Martin. Can't stand her.
Is it 'cause she's a woman?
I'm going to send my shouts out to Pittsburgh Steelers Super Bowl winner. You know his name, Ryan Clark. Most people call him RC. And the Pat McAfee Show. Two of the best NFL analyst talk shows. Person to person, up close. When has Stephen A. had a football player that's active on his show?
First of all,
never.
Don't dog Stephen A. like that. Don't do that to Stephen A. Don't do it.
Never. I've never seen him talk live or interview a player.
Don't do that
on his show.
He don't need to.
All he does is criticize.
Exactly. That's all he needs to do. That's why he's the best. Criticism means that you win. If you don't get criticized, you just suck. Just like the Cowboy fans.
Talker. And he's a Steelers fan. He talks crap about his own team.
Okay, and they suck. Just like the Vikings. They suck. They lost 2 straight.
Yeah, I know. They're 6-2. They really suck.
Shut up. They do.
Ah!
Shoot. So,
how was your week, Sean? How was your week there, buddy?
Even though I lost, my week was fantastic.
You lost. We know you lost.
I mean, look, I needed a loss, okay? It maybe humbled me for this week coming up. It could have.
Almost a guy that eats gas station chicken. Get out of here.
You're a hater. You're a hater. I'm gonna try not to cuss tonight, guys. So bear with me. But Holder might get in my skin. You might get in my skin.
Somebody might.
You might. So I'm gonna start off.
Jerry Jones or Green Bay Packers.
You really had to go there. Really had to go there. I'm gonna ask you this though, Holder. Just because we saw about Stephen A. Do you think he was right, but what he said about the Steelers benching your boy Fields for Russell Wilson?
No, you know why? Because he was one of the people that said to keep Wilson on the field. Then he changed it to give Russ a shot to see what he's got. So Stephen A. went both ways on that, so he kind of contradicted himself. But still, I think Justin Fields should still be the starter. I really believe that. I mean, Russell can see the field better than Justin, I think, because he's hitting receivers that weren't getting a lot of targets when Justin was playing. But Justin could get out of trouble with his legs. So, yeah, I think Stephen A. is he's a loser. I like him though. He's still a loser.
I think Stephen A. was onto something. I think he was saying, hey, Fields is going to be the franchise quarterback for a team. Why would you want busted up Russell Wilson on the field? Yes, Russell Wilson did give y'all 2 wins. I get it. Give y'all 2 wins. But do y'all really need him on the field?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what the future. I know that Justin Fields will be the future of the Steelers. So they won't have Russell Wilson on the roster next year.
And it's going to bring my
At
next.
least that's the way I'm thinking.
My next topic, and I know it's going to pee off some people, and I do apologize to those so-called Bear fans. Do you think Fields was in the right fit for the Bears, or do you think the Bears organization is just the Bears organization and they suck?
Well, let me ask you this, because I know you're going to say what I said, but they haven't had any good coaching since Mike Ditka left.
Lovie Smith was good. I'll give Lovie Smith. He was. I mean, he took him to the Super Bowl.
Lovie Smith was good. Lovie Smith was good, and he was fired after a winning season, which I have yet to understand.
He had Rex Grossman, and took him to the Super Bowl.
And train Rex, yeah.
I believe the Bears
never had strong coaching, and they look how many quarterbacks they've gone through.
Oh man, they went through more quarterbacks than I think I do underwear. I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just saying.
So personally.
It's like one week you look up and it's Nat Nagy or whatever his name is, and next week it's somebody else. It's like, what's going on here, buddy? What is going on?
And they're talking about getting a new stadium. And I think they should. The team first.
I think they should leave the stadium alone. Yeah, work on that team, because if you get a new stadium, it's going to cost money. You need revenue, right? Who wants to see a losing team lose all the time? People talk about Caleb Williams.
I mean, you got the Las Vegas Raiders in their new stadium.
I think the Raiders are definitely better than the Bears. Just throwing that out there.
Oh, no, you didn't say that.
I went there.
Oh, gosh. Morgan.
What? I'm being honest. I mean,
can you have your wife check your temperature?
I mean, all these Bear fans, all they do is cry and complain, and then they get Caleb Williams, and he goes off against some sorry teams, and he beats them. Oh, he's the greatest quarterback that the Bears ever had. Really? He paints his nails. Get over it. He's not that great.
You don't think the Bears fans have a justification for crying after all these years of not winning anything?
I don't see the Lions fan crying. I don't see them crying. And the Lions fans are with the terrible team.
Well, if the Lions stunk, they would be crying.
I don't know, because they got used to it. Look, they had Barry Sanders, they had Megatron, and they didn't cry. They didn't cry. They went with the flow. I think the Bears fans should do the same thing. And the Lions, they haven't won crap at all.
Dude, you know what? I don't know where you're going with this.
I'm just saying. Fans, I think
the Bears, the Browns are the Browns.
So speaking, I'm glad you brought the Browns up, because that was my next topic. Thank you for bringing them up. I'm glad that Deshaun Watson, but is hurt. They beat Baltimore. Do you see them winning any more games?
I'm sure they'll win one or two more.
You don't think that was a fluke that they beat the Ravens?
Jameis Winston? Yes, that was a fluke. Come on. But it was a divisional game, Morgan.
You're right.
Then divisional games are kind of hard to pick. You can pick that powerhouse, and
that's what I did.
It is the NFL.
That's what I did. I went with Baltimore, and they. We're just going to say I was crying, because that's the game I lost, and yeah.
But if you look at that game, Baltimore beat themselves.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think Henry could have done more. I think Lamar Jackson could have done more. I think they took I think Baltimore took the Browns.
Penalties.
I think
Penalties.
well, I was going to say I think they took the Browns lightly. And if you take a team lightly, then you're going to play to their advantage and not your advantage. You know.
Oh, is that what you think?
Uh,
They took the Browns lightly.
yeah, I mean they're the Browns for a reason. Just saying.
Yeah. Well, there's trade rumors in the air with some potential Browns heavyweights being traded, like
Myles
a
Garrett
guy.
Myles Garrett. I don't see them trading him anytime soon. I think the trade deadline is over with, by the way. But I just don't think they're going to trade him anytime soon. And if they trade him,
It's not until Wednesday, I think.
is it Wednesday? Sure, I thought it was today. You might be right.
I think it's Wednesday.
I mean, if they trade Myles Garrett, I've heard a couple of candidates. You know, one the Detroit Lions. If he goes to the Lions, he's going to help the team out a lot on a defensive side. Even though they don't need Myles Garrett because they're good without him, but it's going to help out a lot. Um, another team I kept my eye on was also out there at AFC was the Chiefs.
What?
That
They're picking up another trade?
they can get Myles Garrett.
Who?
The Chiefs.
That's not going to happen. They'd have to give up a first and a second round of Myles Garrett.
I'm just saying that's the rumors going around.
And I know he's worth it.
I don't like his attitude. I don't like his attitude. So I'm gonna.
I don't like his attitude.
I'm gonna say no, he's not worth it. He needs more discipline.
Trade capital. He can get some trade capital.
And he's only in his late 20s, so he gets a good run.
Yeah, but I don't think the Browns would be that dumb to let him go because I think they're rebuilding.
I think they're going to let him go.
Nick Chubb isn't what he used to be.
I think Chubb's going to be gone by next year. I think Myles Garrett's going to be gone by next year. I see the sex offender gone by the end of the next year as well. What's his name that plays for the Browns? Deshaun Watson. That's right. Deshaun Watson, the sex offender. I don't like him.
Yeah.
I see his.
He's rich.
I see him gone too. He might be rich, but he's still a sex offender. He might be gone too.
He's rich.
Okay.
He'll be gone from the Browns or gone from the NFL.
I think he should be gone from the NFL. That's my opinion.
Well, we know how you feel about it.
I'm just saying. Don't get me started. I might cuss with him. We're going to change that. Hopefully. So.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm going to ask you this question because this question I've been thinking about for a while. How do you feel about we talked about Tua last week, but I'm still going to ask you this. How do you feel about Tua coming back? Do you think it's too early? Do you think he should just sit out? I mean, I'm looking at.
Didn't we talk about this last week? Tua
should
be done.
And the reason why I brought it up again is because I seen a quarterback from Michigan who hung it up already in college because of concussions. He said it was his time to hang up. He was in college. I mean, if a college player is doing it because of concussions, I think Tua should have done the same thing.
Well, you got a point there, but a college player, even though they're not making money, supposedly, it's a different story. If he was getting paid millions of dollars, I'm sure he'd play. But that guy that hung it up is a smart guy, whoever it was you're talking about.
I'm gonna get his name because I know I'm gonna pronounce it. I know I'm gonna pronounce it, but I do apologize.
You're gonna butcher it.
I am. I know I am.
You are Mr. Butcher.
Shut up. We ain't gonna talk about that.
You are Mr. Butcher. It's okay though. Everybody needs a butcher.
Yeah, I guess so. Jake Tuttle.
Tuttle? How could you mess up Tuttle?
Because I thought it was gonna be something else, buddy. You know.
Okay, so I mean, how do you feel about Tua coming back?
Look, I said it once when he got hurt when he played at the Buffalo game and at Cincinnati game. When I seen his hands make some movements, I think he should retire. I mean, you made enough money to help your family out. You got a brother coming up next. Think about your life. Think about your family. I mean, you're going to be in a wheelchair or even dead before you get to see anybody get to use this money anyway. So just give it up.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right.
I mean, especially if I don't know if you got any kids or not, but if you got kids, you got to think about that. You want to see your kids get grown up. You want to see them get married. Walk your daughter down the aisle. It's time to hang it up. And
Yeah.
I'm not knocking any NFL player that plays, but I think when it comes to head injuries, I think that's serious. That's a serious thing to do and to think about.
Well, I told you how I feel. Either Goodell or the Miami Dolphins should just say, "No, kid, you can't play here. You can go and try to play for another team, but we're not going to allow you on the field for that reason."
Oh, for sure, for sure. Um, I know we was talking about trades and whatnot. What do you think about the Washington Commanders?
What about the Washington Commanders?
Who do you think they need to trade somebody to get somebody, or do you think that team is done rebuilding and they're set?
I don't know. I don't think that decision can really be made right now. I mean, because just for the simple fact that what they said about C.J. Stroud last year, right? He got the weapons now, and they're still losing games they should win.
Oh, definitely, especially
And
against the Jets.
Jaden is winning games they should lose.
Oh, did you
But I think
did you see that game with the Bears? I mean, man,
who didn't see that game? I watched that game from beginning to end. You know, my wife is a Bears fan, right?
I forgot she was a Bears fan.
You didn't know she was in the Navy, did you?
No, please tell her not to find me.
She's not in the Navy. She cursed like a sailor that day.
Oh, when the Bears, I mean, who didn't? Besides me, I was happy.
Well, I was pretty happy too, truth be told. But
I'm just ready for the Vikings to put a whooping on the Bears. I mean, shoot.
Well, at least you can't blame the offense for that loss.
That was on the defense. That corner got way too happy for no reason, and then he instead of catching the ball, he tipped it like it was a volleyball. Like,
yeah.
It's crazy, Holder. It's crazy. At the beginning of the show, you say you like Pat McAfee, right? But you didn't mention that Pat McAfee was talking to your tight end about Christian Kirk might come to Pittsburgh. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know. With the Steelers, I'm not buying into anything until I actually see it.
I mean, they're talking about getting him. They're also got their eye caught on Mike Williams from the Jets, and then also Adam Thielen from the Panthers. I mean,
Mike Williams,
yeah,
the guy that came from the Chargers,
yeah,
before he went to the Jets,
yeah.
He can't stay healthy. Why would they get him?
I'm just saying. And by the way, deadline for the trade is Tuesday at 4.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever.
That's close enough. Yeah.
I don't think Pittsburgh is going to get another receiver for the simple fact that since Russ got in the game, Austin had a great game this last game. 2 touchdowns, 1 punt return. And he's been finding the other receivers and tight ends. So
let me ask you.
Then again, they were playing the Jets.
Let me ask you this question: what team to you? We're going to week 9. What team to you needs to be rebuilt or needs some more pieces to make them a contender? Minus Pittsburgh and minus the Vikings, because that's our 2 teams, and I want to talk about some other crappy teams out there like the Cowboys. My bad, Cowboys, or that green and yellow team. What's that team called? The Cheeseheads, Packers. There we go.
Rebuild? Those are strong.
No, I'm just saying.
Why would they?
No, I'm not saying. I'm just giving an example. Like, do you think they should be example for rebuilding or what they need?
No, man. Rebuilding is the Carolina Panthers.
What about the Cowboys?
Rebuilding is the New York Jets and Giants.
You don't think the Cowboys need to be rebuilt?
No, the Cowboys just need
A new owner?
2 or 3 pieces.
A new owner is one of them, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, that goes without saying. He's the reason. And I think he's kind of taking Mike McCarthy's man card too, because McCarthy is like a puppet. He's like helpless, and it's like he doesn't take control of the team because he's afraid to. I don't know. I lost a lot of respect for Mike McCarthy.
So, all right, couple things here I want to talk about. One, keep talking about the Packers or about Dallas real quick. Do you think Mike McCarthy will be gone by the end of the year?
No, he'll finish the season, but he won't be back next year.
Okay. Who do you think?
At least
And
that's what I think.
what about Prescott? Do you think Prescott's going to be there long term? I know he signed a new contract. It's worth some money. I know that. Do you think that was worth it? Do you think they should trade him, or what do you see with that?
Well, there are rumor talks that Trey Lance might start against Atlanta.
Do you think that's a good move?
I mean, what can it hurt? Prescott isn't doing anything.
I mean, the Falcons are a winning team right now. The Cowboys needs to win, right? They need to keep winning to stay a hope in the playoff contention. Now, if they fall off, that's going to hurt. So again, are you sure it's going to be a smart move for Trey Lance?
What can it hurt? You think that can beat the Falcons?
I think he could be better than Trey Lance, and I'm not saying nothing against Trey. I just don't think Trey is a starting quarterback material in the NFL. And we've seen that
Well, they said that about Darnold too, didn't they?
That's because
And look at this. What's the kid the Jets released?
Zach
quarterback
Wilson.
When they brought in Rodgers.
Zach Wilson.
And Zach Wilson had a better record with the Jets than Rodgers does.
So does Sam Darnold.
No, but I'm saying, I would give Trey Lance a shot. Why not?
Okay.
Even though you paid Dak all that money.
I would say keep Trey on the sideline because injuries can happen, and maybe use him as a trading partner with somebody. I mean, Carolina needs Carolina. I mean, they benched Bryce Young. They might need another quarterback. Why not use Trey Lance as a pawn and get some draft picks? Las Vegas Raiders needs a quarterback. I'm just throwing these out there.
Well, I would give Trey Lance a shot. I'm not saying start Trey Lance from this point out. I'm saying give him the Atlanta game and see what he does.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. We talk about the Packers. What do you see? What missing piece do you see them missing? Is it defense, offense? Is it both sides of the ball? Where do you see the missing link at for them?
I don't see any weak side of the Packers. They just have to. I don't know.
Are they too young? Maybe
they just have to get. They just have to gel, man. They just have to find themselves. I mean, they're winning games, but like other teams, they're beating themselves too.
So, and I've seen a lot of people say this as Packer fans. They like Malik Willis over Jordan Love. Where do you see that at? Do you see that happening more often, or is it like one of those things like, well, Malik Willis is playing well because of Jordan Love being hurt, he's winning games? What do you think is the feeling there?
I don't think there's a controversy building up because the coaching staff with Green Bay they set up the plays to the player's strengths. So that's why Malik Willis was so good when what's his face was out. But listen to this. When he was with the Titans, he was terrible.
He was trash
right?
in
When
Tennessee.
you force a quarterback, just like Justin Fields, when you force a quarterback to play a certain way other than his capabilities and what he's really good at, then you get those kind of results. I mean, when you let a guy be himself, just go out there and be yourself, man. Here's the playbook. Pick out some plays that best suit you, and we'll run those plays. And then as time goes along, you add some more plays. I just think Malik Willis was in a better situation with Green Bay.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Do you think? Do you see?
How do you feel about it? You think it'll be a controversy?
Yeah,
you think
yes,
Jordan Love is
yes and no.
earned the right to be the starter?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he was there since day one, and he knows that playbook back of his hand. I think what's going on is that Jordan Love lost a game that he should have won, and Malik Willis won a game that they should have lost. And I think that's what brings people like, oh, well, he's better than Jordan Love, and it's not the case. That's not the case at all. I think, and again, I could be wrong. I think Green Bay should trade Malik Willis. They will get some good pieces. Not like they need them, but they will get some good pieces. They will get some.
Trade him where? To the Raiders?
Raiders needs a quarterback. I just said the Panthers need a quarterback. Get some draft picks. You could trade Malik for a third, fourth round. Bring in some good talent.
I don't know. I think you should keep a good backup in your pocket, man, in case your guy goes down. I mean, the example is what just happened, right? You need a strong backup.
That's true. That is true. But here's the thing: why waste talent if you can get rid of talent? Because you don't want, for example, Brett Favre did the same thing to Aaron Rodgers, right? Brett Favre was like, "I'm gonna retire." Aaron Rodgers was sitting on that sideline for so long, got out there, and you might as well say he was almost in his prime because when he went out there, he performed well, right? Look at Jordan Love. Jordan Love sit behind Aaron Rodgers for so long, and now we see that Jordan Love got good talent. It got wasted behind Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I wouldn't say wasted.
I would say wasted. I say wasted.
He came out of the gate hot and got the Super Bowl. I mean, so, but Brett Favre did screw him over by delaying his retirement or whatever. But so did Rodgers. Rodgers did the same thing with Love.
That's what I'm saying. Like the Packers are good, but they're wasting that talent over there. I mean, even if you keep Malik Willis, put him in a package like a Wildcat pistol, something like that, so you can have two good quarterbacks on the field to do some trick plays.
Yeah, but that kind of raises. Here's my thing with playing two quarterbacks.
And I'm not saying do it all the time. Maybe first and go, second and go, something like that. It's only going to be a play.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, buddy. I understand what you're saying. But, again, you take up a lot of time in practice with the defense because you're playing for two quarterbacks, right? You're getting a game plan for two quarterbacks. So that's going to make the opposing team put more time into practice, right? Now, when you get this in the game time, when it's game time, Morgan.
That's what I'm saying. You only do it in certain situations. You only do it when you need to do it, not do it all the time.
Here's when I would do it. If I was a head coach in the NFL and I have a specialty quarterback, let's say a Malik Willis or a Justin Fields, right? Don't just put him in for 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. Put him in to open the game. Really screw with the opposing team's head, right? You put him in for a couple of plays or a series, and then you bring your starter back out onto the field. I mean, you got to keep these teams off balance. If he comes in on a 3rd and 1 or fourth and goal, right? They're going to key on him, even though it could be a trick play, right? They're going to key on that guy, and if you call the play for him, then it's just going to be a disaster. So I think you should just keep defenses off balance when you have two.
But here's the thing:
really good
if you have your main quarterback under the center, they're not going to think about the other quarterback in the game because your main quarterback is is under the center.
Yeah, well, I mean, what you talking about? Put two quarterbacks on the field at once?
Yes, what I just said in the package. Yes.
Why would you do that?
Why? To throw a team
Why
off.
would you do that?
That's why I said just do it once a game.
I don't know about that. I see where you're going with it because the Steelers had three quarterbacks on the field at once.
Randall
Heinz Ward, Ben Roethlisberger, and
Anton Randall from
little
Indiana.
fellow from Indiana. I can't remember his name.
Antoine Randall.
Antoine. Yeah.
Hey.
So that was good, and they did score touchdowns when those three guys were in the game.
I mean, but Randall L is just like a Corey Patterson. Like he could play quarterback, receiver, running back. He was that good.
Well, you don't think Heinz Ward was that good? Did you see him at Georgia?
Well, I'm just saying that's why they did that. But Heinz Ward in NFL, people remember him as a receiver only.
No. He was also a good blocker.
The young kids
the best blocker in the NFL, actually, wide receiver type.
The young kids don't know that. That's why I said receiver only.
Well, how would you know? I mean, you're not even a fan.
I don't like Pittsburgh. They cry too much.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
All right, Holder, I guess, buddy. You ready to do this? You ready to get these picks going?
Ready to do what? So what are we doing now?
So we made our picks, fans. We did, but since the show's always on Saturdays, we always miss Thursday night game. Me and Holder both pick Houston over the Jets. I honestly thought Houston had it. I thought they was going to win. It's the Jets. Who can't beat the Jets?
Well, Morgan. Everybody, and this is for me, this is just me, everybody is praising C.J. Stroud so much. Now he's being human, right? And now they're questioning his talent. These analysts are
I'm not questioning his talent at all. I think he's still going to be. I think he's on a rise to be great.
Well, he's losing games. He should be winning.
And here's the thing: can you blame him? Because technically, Garrett Wilson is the one that did the eye-popping touchdown catch. Is it really C.J. Stroud, or is it really the defense's fault?
Well, that game shouldn't have been that close.
Granted,
shouldn't even been that close.
No, and granted, C.J. Stroud did go 11 for 30. Oh, I get it. Okay, and you got sacked 8 times. If you are getting sacked at least 3 times, it's time to run. Get on a bicycle, run. Right? You don't want to sit in the pocket and take a sack.
Oh, and then again, too, everybody knows the Jets have had a good defensive front. So, yeah, well, C.J. Stroud he can run, but I think his mentality is to throw first. Yeah,
he's not. And I'm not trying to take anything away from Lamar Jackson. Everybody knows I love Lamar Jackson, but I think his mentality is he's not Lamar. He wants to be better than Lamar because Lamar thinks about running first instead of throwing. Well, CJ wants to, look for the pass first, then run.
Well, on that note, also, ever since when the Jets won that game, now they're saying, well, the Jets, do they still have a chance?
I don't think so. I think the Jets' chances are done. They lost against the Patriots the week before. It's mind-blowing because I think they got Devontae Adams and still lost against the Patriots. Ain't that something?
Oh, yeah, come on.
I think
he's still new there. I mean,
but
he can run every route in the route tree. So,
but
yeah, I guess
I think their chances are done. I think there's no more chances for the Jets. I think the Jets' window has closed on them going to the playoffs. I mean, you got to win out. You have to win out now, and I don't see them doing it.
No, it's not going to happen. You're right. You're right about that.
I mean,
I usually don't agree with you, but you're right about that.
They're 3-6. You have to win out to make it to the playoffs now, and they got in a position where now it's a win or go home every game. That's the mentality they got to have is win or go home every game. And I feel like if they don't make the playoffs, whose fault is it? Is it Aaron Rodgers' fault or is it the organization's fault? I'm gonna blame both.
You're gonna blame both?
Yeah, I mean, you let Aaron Rodgers
Well,
come in.
They did fire the coach. They thought they were making a positive move.
I don't think it was positive. They should have left Robert Slade there. Yes, him and Aaron Rodgers has friction. I get that, but leave him there because now you have to learn a whole different new system. It could be different from Robert Slade's.
You are butchering his name.
I don't care.
Look, when he left, they didn't bring anybody in. They just moved somebody up. So,
but still, you don't know what he's doing. You don't know if he's doing the same play calling. You don't know that.
Well, I'm sure he is. I think the guy that they moved into that position was a defensive-minded coach. So the Jets are done. The Jets are done.
Again, they got to win out.
Rodgers is done. I can't foresee him coming back next season.
Me either. Now, the next game is Dallas Atlanta. I don't like Dallas, so I didn't pick them. But Holder, for some odd reason, you picked Dallas, and usually you talk crap about them so much that you had to pick them. That's mind blowing. That's one pick I had to scratch my head with. The other one I'll talk to you later about. But this pick was a head scratcher. I'm like, really? Did he really pick Dallas?
Well, I really don't like Kirk Cousins.
I don't like Kirk Cousins either, but I think the Falcons is way more better than Dallas right now. I think the defense is strong. I think their offense is stronger. They got one of the great. I'm not gonna say great yet. One of the electrifying running backs right now in the league. Dallas don't have any running backs that can do things that Robinson can.
I don't know. I just got that feeling. I don't like Dallas. I don't like Atlanta. I had to pick one.
I think Atlanta's going to come out, and Prescott's going to throw at least 2 or 3 interceptions.
I think Dallas needs a win, and I think Dallas will play hard enough to get that win.
And Dallas is just...
their backs against the wall.
They're
last in the division right now?
No. They're close. Third? They're above the Giants, but, this is, again, they're
third
like...
in the division, dude. Come on.
They're just like the Jets. Their backs are against the wall. This is a win or go home. They gotta win. They gotta win out as well. I don't see them beating. I don't think they're gonna win out. I don't see them beating Philadelphia or Washington.
No, they're not gonna win out. No way.
But they gotta win out. And they dug their stuff.
They have to play. Yeah, you said they have to play Washington again.
And they gotta play Philadelphia.
Right?
Yep.
They have to play Philly. They have some tough games coming up.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because after this game is Philadelphia. They got Houston. Then after Houston is the Commanders. They got the Giants. But then you look down and it's the Bengals. Panthers suck. They got the Buccaneers who can win. They got the Eagles who can win. The Commanders who can win. Again, they got to win out. Even if they lose a game, that might still hurt them. But they got to win out.
No, they're not going to win out.
I don't see it happening either. I don't see them winning against Philadelphia or the Commanders. I'm sorry.
Are you sorry for the Dallas fans, or are you just sorry? Just saying I'm sorry.
I'm just saying I'm sorry. I'm not sorry for the fans. I'm sorry that I even said sorry. So
you're giving the fans a little love this week, huh?
No. I said I'm not sorry for saying sorry to the fans. I'm not saying sorry to the fans. I'm sorry that their team sucks. That's what I'm saying. I'm not showing no fans no love.
You really need to check that, man. See, what? I know how competitive you are when it comes to football, but sometimes.
Not even a little bit. You know how it is. When I beat you in a picks, what do I do all week? I put it inside your face, right? I don't do that. I'm sorry. I don't do that. Next pick is Miami and Buffalo. I think Miami's in a position just like the Jets and the Cowboys. I think they have to win out, and I don't see them beating Buffalo for sure. And Buffalo, I don't see it. Buffalo's playing a different mindset this year. Buffalo has the mindset of wanting to win it all. I mean, they've been there 4 times in the '90s and lost all 4 times. Buffalo now
Are
is
you? Oh my God, Morgan. Are you saying this just because they got Amari Cooper?
no. Buffalo has look. They look scary. Just
I
saying.
don't know. I think Buffalo. What is their record? Didn't they lose a game they should have won?
Buffalo's 6-2.
Didn't they lose a game they should have won?
No,
Don't make me go on the internet because
Houston beat them, and so the Ravens demolished them. But they played Baltimore in Baltimore, and the Texans at that time was really good.
the Browns beat Baltimore. Why couldn't Buffalo beat Baltimore
Shut
if
up.
they're all that?
First of all, we ain't gonna talk about Baltimore like that again, okay? I'm not a Ravens fan, but I am I love Lamar Jackson. Don't talk about his team like that. Okay?
What? Didn't they lose to the Browns?
They got lucky. They didn't lose. Luck beat them. Not the Browns, the luck.
Seriously.
Yes. A luck beat Ravens, not the Browns, the luck.
So you don't think the Bills can you don't think the Dolphins can beat the Bills?
No, I really don't. Not even a little bit. I mean, Tyreek Hill hasn't done anything this year like he usually does. Running backs for Miami are going down. The defense is not that strong like I thought it would be. And they got Tua is still. I mean, if he plays, is that going to change anything? No, but they need help.
They need help.
They need help.
Okay, well, we shall see.
And we both got
Baltimore.
Buffalo.
I'm pretty sure I did.
We both got Buffalo beating Miami. Next.
That Buffalo beat Miami?
Yes, sir.
Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Okay, go ahead with it.
Next pick, next game up is Las Vegas at Bengals. We both got Cincinnati. Look, this again.
Why do we have Cincinnati?
Well, I like Jamar Chase, so I'm going to pick Cincinnati. And I don't like Las Vegas because they don't have nobody I like.
Well, they do have quarterback issues, yeah, but they're at Cincinnati. Ooh.
We both got Bengals winning, just FYI.
What if the Bengals lose?
If they lose, and they're in a situation as well that they got to win out. If they lose, the window closed on them too by going to the playoffs. The hopes will be dead. Because
if they lose, what are you feeling about Burrow?
I like Burrow, but I don't like him like everybody likes, right? I think he's overrated. I think he's good, but he's not good like people say he is. And I see Zach Taylor gone after this year if they don't make the playoffs. And I think Jamar Chase will be gone as well once his rookie contract is up. I mean,
are you serious?
Yeah, I'm dead serious.
So do you think Max Crosby will be gone too with the Raiders?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think he'd be gone by Tuesday.
Yeah, right.
No, I've heard story like if just throwing this out there. Again, this is rumors, but I also heard lines. If the Lions don't get Myles Garrett, their eyes are set on Max Crosby.
Well, would that be fair to have Hutchinson on one side? Well, Hutchinson is out.
He is, but next year that team will be. I'm telling you, that defense is going to be stout. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're good now without Hutchinson, but I think Crosby would. Oh man, I'm a Vikings fan, but I have to say if that defense tweaks up and gets better, they're going to win the NFC North. I hate to say it.
I think there would be a pretty good chance they could be a dynasty.
I think they're already close enough to do it. If Hutchinson don't go out, I see the Lions making it pretty far in the playoffs. Without Hutchinson, it's 50-50 right now.
Really?
Yes.
Well, yeah, he is an impact player. He is an impact player.
Oh, for sure. Man.
I think they can hold strong. But it would make sense for them to go out and get somebody before the deadline is up.
But we got off subject. Well, we got off subject. We was talking about the Raiders and the Bengals.
Cincinnati and the Raiders, yeah. But see, we
And
get off subject because we were talking about players.
that's true. You're right. Zach
those
Moss
teams could acquire.
Zach Moss is also not going to play, and I think that's going to be a big hurt because the running back situation in Cincinnati is kind of bad, and then you got Higgins who's questionable. He might not even play either. So that's going to leave Jamar Chase getting double teamed and nobody else catching the ball. But I'm still going for the Bengals.
Still going with the Bengals. I'm going with the Bengals too, but
This next game,
and they're at home.
Oh, for sure. This next game was no question for me. I got the Chargers over the Browns.
Well, I picked the Chargers over the Browns too, but what does that say about the Chargers? Should the Browns win that game?
Look, and I hate to say this because a couple years ago I was all over the Chargers bandwagon. They're going to be good. They're going to be the team to beat. If they lose to the Browns, I think their window is going to shut too of going to the playoffs and having a good run in the playoffs. I don't think they're going to have a good run if they make the playoffs, but still, their run is going to fall short.
Well, I did pick Chargers, but there's also now Herbert still has not fully recovered from that high ankle sprain. The Browns can bring a pass rush.
Oh yeah. He really can't get out of that. To me, and this is me, I'm not the head coach for the Chargers. I'm not the owner of the Chargers, but for me, I would sit him out because that's my franchise quarterback. Sit him out this game. Let him rest up. But that's me.
Well, doesn't that still say that? Because you're kind of putting the team's hopes for the playoffs in jeopardy if he's going to be out.
It's the Browns. Come on. They should beat the Browns, Holder. They should beat the Browns. The Browns are crappy. Just saying. The last time the Browns won Super Bowls when I went to the bathroom.
Okay, so let's say it's the Browns.
It is. They're 2-6. It's the Browns.
But the Browns aren't hurt on defense, with the exception of the secondary.
They're hurt at quarterback though because.
But who is their backup in LA? Who's the backup quarterback? Oh, it's what's his face? Oh man, I can't think of that kid's name.
They got.
He's been in the NFL for a while.
They got Tyler. He played for Washington,
but he didn't do anything against Pittsburgh.
And DJ Chalk, who might be able to play this week as we speak as well for the Chargers. So that's going to be a big help too as a receiver. So I guess we should wait and see, right?
Well, yeah.
But again, if they lose, the Chargers will have to win out the rest of the games, and I don't see them winning out. Denver looks strong, so I don't see them beating Denver like that. Definitely don't see them, yeah.
Heineke is the back.
Yeah, Heineke. Next game, Holder.
Come on, go with it. Give me what you got. Shoot your best shot.
Holder, this next game, man, I really want to cut you out, but I'm trying my hardest not to cut you out. But and I can see why you picked this team, but it's the Patriots and Titans. And for the love of me, I'm hoping you're playing a joke on me. I'm hoping you say, "Ha, Sean, it's not true. I'm not picking them." I'm praying to God, but you picked the Patriots. The Patriots.
Excuse you?
And I know it's not April Fool's. I know it's not. But I'm hoping.
Do you know who Mason Rudolph is?
I don't care about Mason Rudolph. But you picked the Patriots?
Who Levis is?
You picked the Patriots?
Over those two clowns? Yes.
The Patriots owner is a sex trafficker. Don't get me started again. Holder, don't get me started. And they cheat. They cheat. The Patriots are cheaters.
Look,
And you pick
I'm
them?
going for 2 weeks in a row, man. I'm going for 2 weeks in a row.
Well, you need them to win. Because if they don't win, it's over.
Why did you pick Tennessee? Because you
I don't
like the sex offender.
I don't like the
sex trafficker.
Sex trafficker.
Owner of the Patriots.
And
Robert Kraft.
I don't like his old butt. Woo, old butt. I put my tongue there. I don't like his old butt. And I don't like the fact that they cheated when they had Tom Brady. I don't like that. I don't like cheaters, and I don't like the thing that Robert Kraft has done and got away with.
Well, that regime is over.
No, it's not.
This is new blood.
I hold grudges.
You hold grudges?
Yes. That's why Eli Manning.
Love the Patriots. I don't like the Patriots. I wouldn't.
You like them this week. Patriots. You like them this week. You picked them.
I don't like them as a team.
No, it doesn't matter. You picked them. You like them. You like them. You picked them.
The Jets were playing. I wouldn't watch that game.
Yeah, you would.
If there was the only game on TV.
You would like. Let me tell you why you would watch that game. Because you love football. I would watch that game and throw up afterwards, but I would watch it.
You'd watch that game.
I wouldn't throw up afterwards. You got two.
I'm not putting myself through that.
You got two sorry teams, but I just can't believe.
Okay, give me a score. Give me a score for this game.
Hold on, Holder. I'm hoping you tell me this is a dirty joke. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that. Aha, Sean, I got you.
We'll see how much of a joke you think it is after the game is over. Okay, because.
And I'm hoping
New England.
I'm hoping my brother. I'm hoping my brother is listening to this to our podcast because he's a Patriots fan, and I want him to know how bad his team sucks. So the score.
New England beat the Jets, right?
That was luck. Luck again on the side. I'm gonna give you the score for this game. You ready for it? Tennessee 21, New England 7.
Nah.
Yes.
I'm going to give you a 17-10 victory.
No.
New England.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Tennessee has no one. Who does Tennessee have?
I don't care. They beat the Dolphins 31-12. It doesn't even matter. They're going to beat.
The Dolphins didn't have a quarterback.
I don't care. They're going to beat the snot out of this sex trafficking team. You're laughing, but I'm being dead serious. Because I'm telling you right now, if Tennessee loses, I would never pick Tennessee ever again. I don't care if they play against the Patriots next year. I would. No. I will lose because I won't pick either one of those.
Well, I figure you might say something like that for this next game, okay? Because I have a feeling. Now, I picked Baltimore over Denver.
Holder, if you say you want to change this pick,
change my pick.
No, you're not changing that pick. Not doing it. Nope. End of conversation.
I want to pick Denver.
No, you can't. It's too late.
Over Baltimore.
The picks are already in. You can't. It's already too late.
I want to change it. You know why? Because Denver is playing good ball. They got good defense.
You know what, Holder? That's because I want to beat you.
And
you can pick Denver.
Has been beating themselves. They're losing their discipline.
You know what, Holder? Because I want to beat you.
You're picking Baltimore because they got Deontay Johnson. Whoop-de-doo.
I'm picking Baltimore because Lamar Jackson. Who in the hell is I just cussed because of you. Who is Deontay Johnson?
You're the one that told me, Baltimore just picked up Deontay Johnson.
Oh!
The Bills have to play him twice a year. He's a difference maker.
The sorry receiver? The sorry receiver. I wanted you to know that y'all could beat him up 2 times a year now.
Oh, my goodness, dude.
Look.
If Denver wins this game, what does that tell you about Lamar?
First of all, hold on. Time out.
You'll probably blame it on the defense.
Time out. Stop right there for one moment. So you want to pick Denver? I'm going to allow it. I'm going to allow you picking Denver because I want to beat you. So, yeah, you can change it up and pick Denver. Remember that. Because if you lose this week, there can be no Dang, man, I had Baltimore, but I actually picked. No, you can't do that. Nope. This is their final answer: Denver or Baltimore.
I'm going to go with Denver.
Okay, all right, you do that. And if Baltimore loses, by the way, I am blaming defense if it's defense's fault. I'll put blame on where blame goes. But if it's Lamar Jackson, I'll blame Lamar. I don't think it's gonna be Lamar
You're
Jackson.
right.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Lamar Jackson is gonna do some dirt against Denver because they're playing in Baltimore. King Henry is gonna he wants to come back stronger than what he did last week. I'm gonna give you the score of this game. I'm gonna say 10 to 32.
What?
Yeah, there's gonna be a safety in there somewhere. That's why I said that.
I'm going to give you the score. The correct score is going to be 21-20 Denver.
Who has Denver beat, by the way? Who have they beat that's good?
In Baltimore.
Who have they beat that's good? Answer that question. Who has Denver beat that was good? Anybody?
I have to go back to my scoreboard and check that.
I'm looking at it right now. The only team they beat.
I know they won the last game.
The only team they beat that was actually good would be the Buccaneers.
You know what? I think you're wrong there.
No. The Panthers suck. Saints are sorry.
But they're winning.
Raiders suck. Jets are terrible. I'm just saying that's who they beat. That's who they lost against the Seahawks. They lost against those crybaby Steelers fans.
Denver.
You got Denver.
I got Denver.
Okay. You got
21-20.
Okay. You should have kept it with Baltimore. And I'm sorry for the fans who now see the true side of Holder, who's like, oh, I got Baltimore, and then all of a sudden the show starts, and he wants to pick Denver. I see that. I see his true side.
They're the underdog. I smell something cooking.
Yeah, a loss for Denver.
Gonna get real. Get real for you, Morgan.
If I got any Denver fans listening, I'm gonna apologize on Holder's behalf.
I know Denver's terrible, but they can still win.
They haven't played nobody good.
Better place to win than to beat Baltimore in their own house.
They haven't beat any team that's good. Any team besides Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is above 500. It's the only team they beat that's good. The Panthers. I'm not gonna talk about the Panthers right now because they're trash.
You're telling me Baltimore is better than Tampa Bay?
Yeah. Hands down better than Tampa Bay.
I don't know about that.
Oh, I'm moving on to the next pick, Holder, because
Baltimore lost to two sorry teams.
Okay, Tampa Bay sucks. I'm just saying. Just saying here, buddy. Just saying you're not going to win this battle because you picked Denver and they're going to lose.
Just go to the next game, because Sunday is around the corner. My team has the week off, so I have an abundance of games to watch this weekend.
I'm hoping you're going to watch a couple of them, but this next pick, no doubt, Washington over the Giants. I got Washington. You got Washington. Do you really think that's going to happen? I believe it's going to happen.
Well, they got to go to New York, and Danny Dimes is undefeated at home.
Do you really think Danny Dimes is going to beat the Commanders the way they've been playing? Do you really believe that?
I was joking. Danny Dimes is not undefeated at home.
I'm just saying. So hear me out.
Washington, of course.
Hear me out when I tell you this, Holder, because this is week 9. All right, I believe Washington. I believe that this is their division this year. I think they're going to win this division. Right?
I mean, are you looking at the pick sheet? You see, I picked Washington.
Oh, I know you picked Washington, but I'm just saying I think this is going to be Washington's year to win that division. I understand Philadelphia has Barkley. They got hurt. They got Brown. I get it. But Washington is playing like a team to beat right now. And before anybody says, well, they almost
has their flaws.
They do, and that's what I was going to say. Before anybody says, well, they almost lost against the Browns. They almost lost against the Bears. I get it. but they're the team to beat. Look at what they have done. They came close to beating Baltimore. They put on good games. Okay, this team right here is not the same team that we're used to.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, they have been terrible for the last couple of decades.
I mean, I think the last time it was actually good is when Sean Taylor played for him back in the early 2000s.
Well, in hindsight, I really think that Devontae Adams should have went to Washington.
Oh, facts. I think he should, but I don't think Washington really needs Devontae Adams. That's my opinion. I think Washington.
Really?
Yeah,
You don't think that would put them over the top?
Devontae Adams is a drama queen. No, he reminds me of T.O. It's all about him. I want the ball in my hands. I want to go to this team because they're winning. No.
Oh no, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Devontae Adams. He chases money. He doesn't want a championship. He says he wants to play for a championship, but Devontae's all about the money.
He is the most. He reminds me of Antonio Brown when Brown took his jersey off in Tampa Bay. He reminds me of him. That's his playing right now. No, I don't want to see. I'm not a Washington fan. But I don't want to see Devontae Adams over there. No, because he's a cancer.
You think he's a rotten apple?
He's a cancer. Yes, and he's going to go. If you went to Washington, that was not bad chemistry. No, I like what Jaden. I like what he's doing right now as a quarterback. And if Devontae Adams went over there, it was going to tear his whole. No.
Okay, well, let's move on to the next game because this was also a team that was up for grabs for Devontae Adams as well, and that is the New Orleans Saints versus the Carolina Panthers.
I had to pick a team, I didn't want to pick because both of them are terrible, but I had to go with the Saints. Because I don't think Carolina is going to be capable of beating New Orleans. I don't. You
now,
picked the Saints as well.
That being said, Carr is out for the season, right?
I don't know if he's out for the season or what's going on right now. I know he was in a car accident. I know that. But I haven't heard no more of him being out for the season.
And with Carr being out, you don't think that'll... Well, they still have Kamara and all these other guys, but...
Bryce Young is going to start this game. It's confirmed he's going to start. I don't know how good it's going to be. I think he might play the first quarter, maybe the first quarter of that, and they're going to see how bad that he's doing. And he's not a bad quarterback. He's not. I think Bryce Young is good. I think he's on the wrong team. I think the coaching staff over there sucks. I think if he goes to a team that's like, for example, Minnesota. Look what Minnesota's doing with Sam Darnold. That coaching staff is phenomenal, right? And I'm not just saying because I'm a Viking fan, but look what Sam did. Sam played for the Panthers before Bryce Young got there, and he sucked, right? He sucked. If you put Bryce Young on a team that's capable of winning, I think he's going to show out that he's going to be the best. But it ain't going to be this week.
Yeah, I mean, he did get the Heisman, right?
He did. And again, college is different from NFL. I've been saying that for years, and I'm going to tell you that now. When you get to college, from college to NFL, it's totally different. Totally different. You're playing against people who's faster, who's stronger, who's been in the league longer, who has that mentality of I want to win, I want to be the best.
Well, Morgan, you have to realize that when you're number one or a top pick in the draft, you're going to a sucky team, right?
And Carolina, it should be a wake-up call when they got the first-round pick. They should be, okay, look, we got to build around this guy. They went out, and I'm not saying nothing negative about Adam Thielen, but they got Adam Thielen, who's a grandpa, who's old, who's been in the league for years.
They're dependable.
I don't get it. I don't get it. And then they got Miles Sanders as a running back. They got some other was it Chubba Hubba? Don't get me wrong, Chubba's really good. But defense wise is not good. The line sucks, coaching is terrible. If you go out and get somebody who you expect to be a franchise quarterback, you need to build around that guy. It starts from coaching staff to around what's on the field, right?
Absolutely.
And
But
Carolina
Morgan,
is not doing it.
That does not happen in one season.
He's been there for 2 years. How long did it take?
You can't do it in 2 years. If you're building a team, they're on a total rebuild.
Look, okay, and I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say
Total
I know what you're going to say when I tell you this. Look at Houston. Houston was on a total rebuild when they got rid of the sex offender. Look what happened. C.J. Stroud came in with a good coach. They already had the line. They built around that defense. Playoffs first year. This year on that same path. So you can't tell me you can't do it in 2 years.
You can't do it in 2 years, not to be at that level. They already have players in place there, and then they added a few more.
Oh, Houston added a lot more. Not just a few.
The Packers didn't have anything.
And
they got rid of a lot of.
But they had a lot of draft
receivers.
picks. They had a lot of draft picks. You could trade those draft picks.
Their linebacking core was
again
old.
Again, Panthers had a lot of draft picks they could tinkle with. They could have traded some of those draft picks for players. They didn't do it. So again, I'm gonna blame the franchise and the ownership over there for that. They could have brought in some coaching staff. They didn't do that.
Absolutely.
They're just like the Bears. The Bears did the same thing. You have, and I'm not saying they're gonna have a bad year, but you had Justin Fields over the Bears. The Bears did the same thing with him. They're doing the same thing with Caleb Williams. The Panthers are doing the same thing with Bryce Young. You got to put blame where blame goes.
Morgan.
What?
We agree, and we have to move to the next game now. Just let me do this next game, okay? Because I am shocked that you went with Philadelphia because you were very high on Jacksonville in years past. What happened?
Again, coaching staff. Trevor Lawrence he's good. Don't get me wrong, he's good. You have a great team over there. Coaching staff. I don't get it. You got great players on a team, but you're losing games that you should win. You're winning games that you should not win. I don't get it at all.
Well, the good news is they're winning overseas.
I don't know how to take that right now.
They're winning in London.
I mean, and don't get me wrong.
They lost to the Bears.
I honestly thought, and beginning of the year, I said Houston's going to take this division, but I really thought Jacksonville was going to be right there with them in second place. I don't think that's happening. I don't think Jacksonville's going to be in second place with Houston and the AFC South. And again, we talked about earlier. We talked about the Cowboys. We talked about the Jets. Jacksonville.
So is this game a blowout? Is this game a blowout, or is it going to be close?
It's going to be a blowout. But Jacksonville is also like the Cowboys and like the Jets. They got to win out. And I don't see them winning a lot of games. I don't. Especially against Philadelphia. Yeah. At Philadelphia? No.
So what do they have to do in Jacksonville? Do they have to
leave the pieces there? Because, again, it's a good team. Get rid of the coaching staff. Khan needs to get rid of the coaching staff.
You know what gets me is they gave Trevor Lawrence all that money, but still kind of unproven. And yet this year I don't know if he's showing his true colors or
let me tell you.
Line sucks.
Let me tell you about Jacksonville, okay? And some people's going to get mad at me when I tell you this. The Khans are too busy about wrestling and trying to run their wrestling business, which, by the way, is trash. Instead of taking on taking on this team that they built, this team brings in a lot of money, revenue. Trevor Lawrence, guys good, but instead you're taking away from that team and you're taking on to this wrestling crap that's trash. I love wrestling, but AEW sucks. It's terrible. That is terrible.
Well, you're into the wrestling thing. I don't know anything about that. However, So you don't think Jacksonville will be a contender in years to come?
No, the dynasty's over with. Done. And unless Khan shows something, it's done. And it's done. And they got the money. I don't understand why they don't go out and get good players. I don't understand, or a good coaching staff. Because again, I shouldn't say good players because they got some players over there. Maybe go get some good coaching. I don't get it. Instead of you're having your son leave out his fantasy of owning a wrestling business, again, it's trash. You're taking away from this team that was built as a dynasty with Trevor Lawrence.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know if I should agree with that, but you know what? I don't think they're going to be. Maybe in the next couple of years, but not this year or next year. Not. I don't think so either.
No. And Trevor Lawrence should have left. Next up, I know it's gonna pee off some people, and I don't care, but I'm gonna love it. We have the Bears in Arizona. I got Arizona over the Bears. So do you. I think it's gonna be a tragedy if the Bears lose, because again they need to win some games as well to make it to the playoffs, right? They got to win out as well, and I don't see the Bears winning out. I don't. Arizona looks like they're going to be a good run this year. I think Arizona's going to come on strong and make the playoffs. I can't believe it, but they are. I mean, Arizona's won some good games they shouldn't have won, but they won.
Well, I don't think anybody in their right mind sees the Bears winning out. I mean,
besides the Bears fans.
I don't think the Bears fans believe that. They cannot believe that.
It's Bears fans. They believe anything. They believe that it's going to rain and not snow.
I don't know, Morgan.
They believe. I mean, they believe William Perry was a better running back than Walter Payton. I'm just saying. Just saying. That's what they.
Speaking of William Perry, why did they run that goal line play, trying to put a big lineman in there, and I think he's a backup center or something.
He played defense. I don't know what he played, but I'm not gonna lie to you, Holder. That was before my time. We should ask some fans. Fans, if you've been a Bears,
they ran that play this past.
This past.
And they lost the game.
Oh, I thought you meant like when Perry was in for Super Bowl. My bad. I don't know. We should ask some Bears fans. Bears fans, what made the coaching staff in the right mind run that play this past week? Could that cost them the game? Was it that play? Or was it the defense?
Absolutely. I am going to say yes, because they were already winning and they got cute, right? And they figured, well, you know what? We got a big guy. We can put him in here. He can score, and is basically rubbing dirt in Washington's face.
And look what happened.
Right. And look what happened.
Look what happened.
Just crazy. It was, my wife was at her wit's end.
Hey, was she crying?
She was.
Did she cry?
Oh my goodness.
Did she cry?
Oh no, she was beyond that.
Hey, let her know when the Vikings play the Bears that I'm gonna send you all a gift card of a Vikings, okay? Not the Bears, but the Vikings.
I'm not gonna even go there.
What size shirt does she wear? I might send her a Vikings jersey instead.
I'm not gonna even go there. Because I did tell her what you said.
You could definitely tell her what I said.
I told her last time what you said about this upcoming game between the Vikings and the Bears.
Oh, I can't wait for that game. Woo, I can't wait. It's not gonna be a classic. It's gonna be a classic knockout. The Vikings uppercutting, body shot, Bears fell and lose.
Now you guys dropped what, 3 straight?
2 there, bud. 2. Don't cuss at me like that. It's 2.
I thought it was 3.
They're 5-2.
Yeah, but this is week 9.
We played last Thursday. We lost against the Lions and we lost against the Rams.
I think you lost against somebody else there, buddy.
We had a bye.
So you only lost 2 games.
Yes, my God. I'm a fan of Vikings. I should know the record. Yes. We're gonna talk about that in a little bit. Moving on to the game though. We got Detroit and Green Bay at Green Bay. I picked Detroit. You picked Detroit. I don't see the Lions losing this game against the Packers.
You said you picked Green Bay?
No, I picked the Lions, buddy. I was being sarcastic.
I was about to say.
I was being sarcastic. I ain't picking. Look, the only time I pick Green Bay is when they play against the Patriots or the Jets or something like that. I ain't picking Green Bay. It's like me. That's like me picking the Bears. No, not doing that. But I had to pick Detroit though because Detroit's really good, and that's my division. But I think Detroit's gonna take this game against the Packers.
Well, yeah.
Even without Adrian Hutchinson, I don't think the Packers are gonna stop Goff. I don't think they can stop Gibbs. And Brown. Oh my God, that guy. He's gonna be a great receiver in the future. I don't think the Packers are gonna stop him.
Really?
Exactly. Yes, really. Speaking of the Lions, they do have Williamson. He's in trouble. What's your takes on that?
You know,
and this time it's over a gun who was registered to him, but he didn't have a permit. But the officer on duty called it in and maybe thought, hey, he can use that, his brother's permit for this gun or whatever. But then also now he got a warrant for his arrest. Why didn't you arrest him then instead of waiting?
I don't know, man. Situations like that, there should have been an arrest made. I don't know. Maybe it was because he was a star. I don't know.
And that's the thing. And I know I'm about to get some backlash, and I don't care at this point. If you have money, you do something wrong, I think you should take ownership and take that responsibility. Take that punishment. And the NFL is not doing that. They put the NFL players above the law, and they shouldn't do that. I love football because it's entertaining, but if you do something wrong like that, I think you should be accountable. Because now you're showing our youth, the young guys out here, like you can do whatever you want if you got money. It's not the case.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not the case at all. But
pretty much. I mean, it happens. It's going to happen. It's going to continue to happen because, I mean, let's face it, NFL players do get in trouble.
Oh, for sure. I mean, unless you're Deshaun Watson.
He got in trouble. Come on.
He didn't get punished. He got suspended for a season. Woo. No jail time, no nothing. Just suspended. You call that trouble?
Well, he got a big chunk of money taken out of his pocket.
Okay, and he's still playing in the league, ain't he? I'm moving on because
what's the next game? Move on to the next game.
Man. Next up, we got the Rams in Seattle. Holder, I picked Los Angeles. You picked Los Angeles. Let me ask you a question about this. Because, again, Los Angeles is at the moment of winning or going home now. Do you think the Rams can win out to make the playoffs?
Oh, man, I don't know because I don't even know why I made this pick because Nakua might not play.
Well, and Seattle
he left practice early this week.
But see, here's the thing: he left practice early against the Vikings, and he came and played.
Yeah, I don't know.
And Seattle is over hurting too because DK might not play again.
I'm not a big. Oh man!
You want to change your team?
I picked the Rams because I think the Rams.
I think the Rams defense
the Rams can handle these guys. I'm not a big Geno Smith person. I just don't have that kind of faith in him.
I think Geno's luck has run out. I think last year he was lucky, and I think it ran out. I mean, if you look at it, Pete Carroll was there, amazing coach, one of the greatest coaches. This year, it's a work in progress.
Oh, well, yeah.
Are you yawning?
Excuse me.
It is 7:00 over there, and you're yawning?
Well, you're talking about Seattle, man. Seattle is not ever since Russell Wilson left, not saying that we got the superstar Russell Wilson, but that team has been horrible.
I'm not gonna say horrible because they did make the playoffs. I can't say horrible.
Did you expect them to win more than one game in the playoffs?
I didn't expect them to make the playoffs at all. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't.
Well, they were in a terrible division last year. Come on.
I'm not gonna say
anything.
I'm not gonna say. I mean, I can't say terrible division because it's NFL. I don't think no division is terrible. You have terrible teams, but I can't say terrible division.
Dude, that division was not strong last year.
They had ups and downs. They did, but who doesn't?
You gotta look at this from a football sense, okay? And I know you have football sense. I just don't agree with a lot of your statistics.
I'm not trying to pee nobody off, okay? Not trying. I mean, I think I've done that enough already this show. I can't do it again. But yeah,
what's going on in Indianapolis? Let's talk about that Minnesota.
Hold on.
Okay, I got a few pros and cons with this game, and I got to tell you,
I got Minnesota.
I'm gonna let you shoot your shot first.
I got
you're a Minnesota fan.
I got Minnesota because I love Minnesota.
Everything out. Because what I'm going to dish out.
Indianapolis. What's going on with the Colts is they got a young quarterback, who isn't mature enough, who tapped his helmet and wanted to break. Okay, I get it, but his maturity is not there. Richardson, I think he needs to be put in his place. I think he needs to be shown this was going to be your franchise, but you can't do the things you do. Okay, you can't take yourself out of the game when it's on the line.
Well, didn't you have high hopes for him before he got hurt?
I did last year. Him and C.J. Stroud, both was on my radar. I thought both of them was going to be fantastic. C.J. Stroud's been fantastic. Richardson, not so much. I think the coach shot himself in the foot by getting him, and I regret even having high hopes for him. I mean, it's not like you're playing both sides of the ball. You're not playing defense, you're not playing offense. So why would you tap your helmet to get out? You shouldn't be tired.
You know, Morgan, now we all know that is very strange for a quarterback.
Oh, very, very strange.
Maybe he got some health issues.
I don't think he wants to be...
I think he needs a physical. If he's tired and he's that young and he's playing that position.
And hear me when I tell you this. Hear me, and you call me crazy. I don't think he wants to play for the Colts. I don't. I think that organization over there needs a lot of work. They're in rebuilding mode, but I don't think he wants to play for the Colts.
I mean, granted, they do need a lot of work, and what's his name? Irsay.
Jim Irsay.
He has been terrible even when Manning was there. But, I mean, you got Taylor back there behind you. He's got some good receivers.
The defense is pretty good. I like Anthony Richardson. I do. I just believe it's time to move on from him.
He's only been, this is his third season?
This is his second.
Second season? I don't know, dude. I don't.
Because if he's doing this now...
Minnesota has their issues, too. Because they did drop 2 games in a row. Now, how do you explain that?
First of all, let me tell you, they had a short week. Okay, they played Sunday. They had and they played overseas. No, I'm sorry about that. They didn't play overseas when they lost. When they lost against the Lions, defense killed us. We had one of the best defenses until the Lions came and beat us. We only gave up 15 points or so. Besides the Green Bay game, but before the Lions, we only let up 15 points. I think Minnesota came in there not ready to fire. They wasn't being aggressive. Dropped passes. Donald didn't seem like himself. I mean, I can't,
And
I can't blame the
that's what you're
face mask.
attributing that to.
And I can't blame the face mask, but I mean now Vikings are in a situation, and it's not win or go home, but they're in a situation of we gotta win out to win this division because now we're sitting in third place.
Well,
what
if Indy wins this game?
They got to go back and do some talking and strategy to see what needs work on.
Do you go Penix?
No, I wouldn't say panic because right now, I mean, they're sort of kind of rebuild mode too because they don't have a quarterback who they can count on. They drafted J.J. McCarthy who got injured before the preseason started.
Wait a minute. Did I say Penix? Penix is in Atlanta.
Yeah,
I'm tripping.
That's why I stopped. That's why I thought you said panic mode. But
no. Do they go? They should go in panic mode.
No, because again, you don't have a quarterback. I mean, everybody, even myself, thought Minnesota was not going to do good this year. I thought they was going to be in last place. I didn't think they would win 5 games. I mean, if I'm honest, I thought they was going to at least win 4 with Sam Darnold.
Okay, so from what I saw, Minnesota needs to tighten up on tackling. Okay.
Oh, for sure. Wrapping up,
they missed a lot of tackles.
And that starts with the defense. Defensive coach Brian Flores. I mean, he should get them together. Like, don't call a timeout. Take them to the sideline. Hey, this is what you did wrong. Go back out there and do it right. Instead, he lets them play when they come to the sideline. When offense is out there, I think he talks to them, but you should do it 1-on-1. Let them know this is where you messed up at.
I don't know. I think things like that. Let them finish the series out. Switch defense to offense. Get them on the sideline. The whole defense.
And what got me was, why would you punt the ball? And that's on coach out there for punting the ball. You should go for it. You was 4th and 4th. Go for it. Don't punt the ball with.
You really like this head coach. You said I do recall you saying
he's good. He's good, but he made a bonehead move at this game. It was a bonehead move against the Rams when he did that. Like, go for it.
Was he out coached this game?
Oh, for sure. But here's the thing: he came from Sean McVay's coaching staff, so it was one of those things like student versus teacher, and the teacher came on top. I'm just saying.
Now, I did pick the Rams in that one, didn't I?
You did.
I did pick the Rams in that.
That's how you won.
Sometimes, when somebody's got a big head about something, and I will give you this much.
I mean, your head is pretty big.
Expect the Vikings to be where they are right now this season.
I think the Vikings are going to look. They're going to make the playoffs, but will they make it far? No, they won't make it far. But come next year,
Morgan, is there going to be a quarterback controversy?
No.
So it's going to be Darnold's team, not McCarthy.
No, it's going to be JJ's team.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going off of what Darnold was doing this year, to where he has cemented himself.
No, Darnold. I think Darnold will come back to be a backup because he's going to be a good backup quarterback. Don't get me wrong, but he will come back.
You don't think he's up to his resume this season, where maybe he moves on next season with JJ starting?
If I was him, I would stay, because if you move on, you're gonna hurt your status of being a starter, because you're doing so well in this system where you came from the Jets. Jet system sucked. You went to the Panthers. The Panthers sucked. You went to the 49ers and had a backup Brock. Now you're coming into the team that you started, and the system's fitting you. And maybe because you have, J.J. Jefferson, maybe because you have Jordan Addison. And by the way, T.J. Hawkinson's coming back tomorrow. Hopefully he plays. So, I mean, you got good guys around you. The line seemed like it's good. So
Hawkinson, the fumbler.
Holder, I promise you, I'm gonna send your wife a Viking T-shirt.
The fumbler, Hawkinson, that you got from Detroit?
Look, he's one of the best tight ends. I don't care what anybody says.
Let me ask you.
Stats don't lie.
Is Detroit a good team?
Detroit, yes. If everybody stays together and healthy, they're a dynasty. Yes.
Okay. So why would they let Hawkinson go if he was all that?
They have another tight end that's, I think, to me, and again, this is me, I think they have a tight end that can block. Hutchinson can't really block. He's good at catching, but his blocking ain't too good. They got a tight end who can catch, who can block, and can run.
Right. So Hawkinson is nothing but a big wide receiver.
Pretty much, yeah. And he's not that quick, but yeah.
He's not Jason Kelsey like.
Jason Kelsey was a center. You mean Travis Kelsey?
Travis.
No, he's Travis. Not. No, because Travis Kelsey, he can flat out run, and he can block and catch.
Speaking what are you saying? You're saying Travis is a lot better than your Vikings tight end.
Hands down, I think Travis Kelsey is the greatest tight end, but I think Kittles is right there with him. I think George Kittles is right there. If it was me, I think T.J. Hawkinson. Yeah, I think Hutchinson though is a top 10 best tight end in the league. Kittle and Kelsey can fight for 1 and 2.
All right, let's move on to the Taylor Swift Bowl.
No, we're not. Don't ever say that again, because when I watch this game, I want to see the Chiefs, not Taylor Swift and her ugly face. I wish you stopped saying that.
It's in Kansas City.
And I got them beating Tampa Bay.
That's the home of Taylor Swift.
Holder.
And they have the Swiftie Chiefs jersey.
Holder. I promise
Number
you.
87,
Holder.
Swiftie.
I promise you this. If I see Taylor Swift one time tomorrow on this game, I'm sending your wife a Viking jersey. I'm sending you a Bengal jersey.
Well, you probably won't see it tomorrow, but it will be Monday night.
You're right. It will be Monday night. If I see it Monday night, I'm sending you and your wife a Bengals and a Vikings jersey.
Don't do it.
And I know your size.
Don't do it. You know how people say, burning your money? Just that's what'll happen.
I think it'd be a good gag gift.
We'll send the ashes back to you.
Please don't. Do you think Tampa Bay needs to win out, or do you think they're in a good position of making the playoffs?
I don't care either way what Tampa Bay does, because I'm not a Tampa Bay fan with that idiot quarterback they have.
You picked him a couple weeks ago.
They have found the right spot for him to play. Unfortunately, the only bad side of this game is the Chiefs will be 8-0.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you think the Chiefs would lose a game this year?
Yes.
You don't see them forfeiting and beating the Patriots record when they went 17-0 or 16-0? No. And you don't think they would beat the
Chiefs will lose the game this year. They have way too many injuries to sustain being undefeated.
You don't think Andy Reid's a good enough coach to make his team go undefeated?
Andy Reid, have you seen his commercials lately?
I'm asking a serious question here, and already talking about commercials. I think you're trying to bypass this question.
I'm not taking him serious. No, he's not good enough to go undefeated with this team right now. Morgan, do me a favor and bring up the Chiefs' schedule. Just before we get out of here, just bring up the Chiefs' schedule.
I think they got.
And you tell me whether or not they can go undefeated.
I think they got a good chance. But what about I find out, though?
I mean, really?
Yeah, we're about to find out. Let's see.
I don't think they can.
Let's see who they got. You don't think they can? They got the Buccaneers. No, because I didn't realize they got to play the Bills. No. I see two teams right now that can probably beat them.
Who we got? Who do they play next that's a threat? Buffalo, you said?
Buffalo and Houston. Oh, and they got the Steelers.
Are you crazy?
And they got the Steelers, so got three good teams on there with Houston, Buffalo, and the Steelers. I don't see them going undefeated now. No.
Okay, so let me ask you this. If Denver beats Baltimore, can Denver beat Kansas City?
No. And the reason why I say no, I love Lamar Jackson. I think he's one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play. But the Chiefs have another great quarterback in Patrick Mahomes. I believe Denver will be outcoached and outplayed when they play against Kansas City.
You did not go there, did you?
I did.
Okay, so, oh my God, dude. So
you really think Bo Nix? You think Bo Nix is going to beat Patrick Mahomes? You really think it's going to happen? Because I don't. If you believe that, you need to put down the alcohol.
Game.
Do what?
It's a divisional game.
I don't care if it's divisional or not. There's no way in hell that Bo Nix is going to beat one of the greatest quarterbacks with the greatest coach. Not going to do it.
So Kansas City can go what? 10-0 before they lose a game? 11-0?
Let me pull this back up because I think they got Buffalo 2 weeks. I'm gonna pull it back up real quick. If I had a guess, and this is me being me, I would say, let's see, 9-0 before they lose again because they're gonna be 9-0 going against Buffalo.
And you think Buffalo is the only threat to that team?
I said Buffalo, the Steelers, and I said
you probably think,
and
you
Houston.
think Baltimore is.
They don't play Baltimore.
They already beat Baltimore. I'm just saying they're a threat to that team in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, hands down, yes. Look, if there was more time on that clock, I think Baltimore would have beat the Chiefs. No questions asked. It would have been a different outcome.
Well,
I don't care what you say. I don't care what people. Lamar Jackson is hands down one of the greatest quarterbacks.
Oh man, I don't know why I put up with you, but okay, if you say so.
I know so. Name.
You're guessing.
How am I guessing? I'm stating facts. If there was more time on that clock,
be realistic.
If there was more time on that clock, Baltimore would have won.
You're yanking my chain, right?
No, it came down to one play in the end zone. One play, and I believe Likely's feet was in the end zone. I believe it.
You're kidding.
Do I sound like I'm kidding? I believe Baltimore would have won.
Morgan, you do know football, but I'm just saying, hypothetically, dude, you think that the Chiefs can go undefeated?
I thought so until I seen the schedule. I don't think so now. They're going to lose 3 games. 2 for sure, but 3. 2 for sure. Unless they could overcome and beat Houston and beat the Steelers, but I don't see them beating Buffalo. I don't see them beating Buffalo.
Really?
Yeah, again, Josh Allen's coming on. He's strong. Their defense is playing aggressive. I don't think Kansas City has what it takes to get aggressive against that defense. I don't think their offensive line can get aggressive for that defense. Patrick Mahomes is going to have to run for his life. Unless the running back comes back and a good receiver comes back. Otherwise, they're not going to beat the Buffalo Bills.
Okay. I'll go with that. I'll go with that. I mean, if that's really how you feel.
And then Houston's going to have Patrick Mahomes running for his life as well with that defense because, again, Houston Texans defense is aggressive as well. I don't think Kansas City Chiefs can handle that type of aggression. And then you got the Steelers. Steelers defense, it can be aggressive when it wants to be. I don't think they're going to overcome that aggressive defense.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Kareem Hunt
I don't know though.
Kareem Hunt's old. He's not the running back that used to be the running back who people thought he was. He can't run over any defense anymore.
Yeah, he's terrible.
So I mean, everybody knows Patrick Mahomes gonna go to his one guy, Travis Kelce.
What's this?
The what?
What?
I said people
Travis
know. I said people knows that Patrick Mahomes will go to Travis Kelce at all times. That's going to be his number one receiver. If you can stop that, Chiefs will not win.
Travis Swift is what I was saying.
The what?
Travis Swift.
Travis Kelce. Don't ever say that again. His name is Travis Kelce. We're not going to do this. We're not going to play tag your it. And his last name is no. We're not doing that. Not doing
Are
that.
you going to watch this game?
If I have to see Taylor Swift, I'm changing it. But yes, I'm watching this game. The second I see her ugly face, I'm changing that channel.
She's not ugly. She's just famous.
I'm there to watch football, not look at her.
Anyway, you're right. We're talking football, not Taylor Swift.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I hate that. I when I watch a football game, I want to watch football, not Taylor Swift and his fans. Hi, guys. No, I don't care about that. I want to be.
When Roma was playing, they showed Jessica Simpson in the stands.
I didn't watch the Cowboys games. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not a Cowboys fan, and I will not be a Cowboys fan, so I won't watch their games unless playing somebody I want to watch.
You're kidding.
I am not kidding. I remember my dad watching the Cowboys all the time because he's a Cowboys fan. Same thing with my brothers. They're two of my brothers. No, actually, I think all three of my brothers are Cowboys fans.
Well, why didn't you go with the flow?
What?
Why didn't you go with the flow?
I couldn't.
And be a Cowboys fan like the rest of your family.
I couldn't do it because I remember watching the Minnesota Vikings with my granddad, and I liked Randy Moss because that's why I grew up watching. Okay, I liked Randy Moss. Yeah. They had Chris Carter over there. They had what's his name, Culpepper as well, right? And I remember them one year just sitting on his lap watching his game. I was maybe 7.
You're talking about Dante Culpepper, right?
Yeah, Dante Culpepper. I was maybe 7 watching his game. And I was like, man, I like that team. And when he passed, I just picked him up. I just became a Viking fan. Culpepper. Chris Carter, Randy Moss.
Jake Reed
was terrible.
Randy Moss. Jake Reed was not terrible.
He was terrible. I didn't like him.
Okay.
But
that's fair. I'll give you that. But okay.
But when
you're going to watch this game.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to watch this game. Unless I see Taylor Swift, I'm changing the channel. I'm going to be mad. And I'm going to text you.
Do that.
Yes, I can.
You can't do that because we have to talk about that game next week.
I'll watch the highlights because I'm not trying to watch the game and then all of a sudden see her face 4 or 5 times. I'm not doing that.
So that's where you're going.
Yeah, I'm going to go to bed. As soon as I see her face, I'm shutting TV off and go to bed. I have my 10-year-old. He's a kid. Alexander's he's a Chiefs fan. I'll just ask him what happened. He will tell me.
Oh my goodness. I'm done with you, dude. You know, I thought you were a football fan.
I am, but the second you put her on TV, takes the fun out of the game. I want to see somebody get hit, not her.
Now, Morgan, you play football. If your wife, they showed her when you did something spectacular on the camera, how would you feel if people said, I'm not watching the game because I don't want to see his wife on the camera?
I'll be okay with it. Because
you do have a point because Kelsey is not married to her.
They're there to watch me and not my family.
Well, I don't know, Morgan. I think it's a package deal.
No, it's not a package deal. What they're trying to do is shove her down our throats.
Come on, bro. Think about it.
I'm thinking about it. No, can't change my mind. Not doing it. Not in a little bit.
They're probably using her to plug Kansas City tickets and sales and the sports paraphernalia.
You need to go ahead and dump out your Jack and Coke and just start over again.
So you're not sold.
No, I'm not sold.
Okay, you don't have to get uptight. Calm down, man. I'm just saying, if it's a home game, they're going to show her. If she's not on the road in concert somewhere.
So how do you feel about it? Do you think they should show her, or do you think they should show these highlights of people getting hit, or the catches?
Look, they only show her when Travis makes big plays. Okay, so and lately Travis hasn't been making big plays.
I'm about to get backlash for this, but I hope he can't. I hope he twists his ankle in the first quarter and he can't play the rest of the game.
You can't do that.
I just did.
You can't do that.
I just did.
So, plain and simple, you're just not a Taylor Swift fan.
No, I'm not a Swiftie. I'm not sold.
And you're serious?
I'm dead serious. If I want to see Taylor Swift, I go to a concert. Or if I'll watch on YouTube. But I'm trying to watch football. I'm not trying to watch her.
Okay, I get it. I don't think
you do. I don't think you do. I don't think you do.
And I know you have a Taylor Swift CD or something somewhere in that house.
Who has CDs anymore, by the way? There's Apple Music, there is YouTube, there's Pandora, and there's Spotify. Who has CDs? Hold on, I know you ain't that old.
I do. I have a book of CDs. I still have a CD player. I have a CD player in my car.
You just told people your real age.
Okay? I listen to my YouTube music, but I do have a CD player in my car, and it plays DVDs as well. So,
I hope you ain't watching DVDs or movies while you're driving, because that's terrible if you are.
No, man. When I go to work early, you know I'm always an hour early, I sit in the car and I watch a movie, a CD4, a good movie. Any given Sunday, good movie.
I don't know about you, Holder. I don't. I thought you was a good guy for a second until you just told me that you have a Taylor Swift CD.
I never said I had a Taylor Swift CD. I was questioning you.
You said you had a CD, so I'm assuming you have a Taylor Swift CD. What's your favorite song by Taylor Swift?
I didn't know who Taylor Swift was until Travis Kelce started dating her.
Lies. Can you tell me your favorite song by her?
I wanna be a chief.
You know your favorite song by her. You told me. I got text message.
I don't know anything about the woman.
I got to pull text messages up. I'll pull it up.
All I know is she's...
You're not denying it.
Pull it up. I don't know any Taylor Swift song.
Lies. You want me to pull it up? I got a text message. I
talk to the people at work. They know Taylor Swift songs.
I got text message. You told me your favorite song.
Yeah, right. Post it.
I'm going to pull it up right now, Holder.
Post it.
I'm going to pull it up right now.
Post it on the website.
All right. He doesn't have a Taylor Swift song, but he did say like Taylor Swift.
Point. See? You know what? I'm going to call you out every time. You can't make me look bad in front of the listeners, okay? Nice try, but you were once a Dallas Cowboys fan. So
I was never a Cowboys fan. I said my brothers and my pops was. I was never a Cowboys fan. Man, you just cussed at me.
I have proof.
You just cussed at me.
I have proof. You told me in a text message.
Post it. I want to see it.
I can't post it. You have the rights to...
Screenshot and send it to me. I want to see it.
Don't make me corrupt you like that. I will expose you to the fans.
I'm going to expose you because you said you love the Browns.
What?
That's what you said. You said I'm a Brown lover. I love the Browns,
okay,
Sean.
You know what? To all you Browns fans out there, eat a dick, okay?
Did you just cuss?
I did.
I just made you cuss on the show?
You pushed me.
I just made you cuss.
You pushed me.
I just made you cuss on the show. That's
You
funny.
can't call me a Browns fan and get away with that.
I just did.
I'm sorry, Browns fans, but that's how I feel about your
All
so-called
right.
team
All right,
with
Holder.
the sex offender that you guys paid millions of dollars for.
I mean, he is a sex. You ain't lying. He is a sex offender. All right, Holder. All right, gotta calm down, buddy. Calm down. Calm down. Just messing with you there. All right.
Yeah.
So, you know, before we get done with the show, I really didn't put down a lot of fans this week. I'm proud of myself.
You didn't.
And I didn't. And
shocked.
I said one cuss word. Pat myself on the back for that one.
I'm at a loss for words, really.
I am too. Cause usually I'm putting down teams, and I don't know what happened this week. I don't know. Maybe I should put down this Jack and Coke.
I didn't push you hard enough.
Well, maybe I should stop drinking Jack and Coke before the show.
Yeah, or wine coolers.
I'm lying, listeners. I don't drink, but it is funny. It is funny. Before we go to the show,
I heard you drink wine coolers with the wife. You guys chill out.
I'll drink some wine.
You know, you feel like a man when you drink a wine cooler.
I'll drink some wine. You don't like wine? Who doesn't like wine? You don't like wine? I'm gonna send your wife a Viking jersey and just say from Holder. What I'm gonna do.
Morgan.
What? Matter of fact, I'm gonna put her last name on. I'm gonna put Holder on there. One.
Morgan.
And put love.
Sign out of the show. Everybody knows you're just talking a bunch of crap, and you should be talking crap about other teams' fans and all this other stuff. You're way off track today.
I'm talking about a fan. I'm talking about the Bears fan. Your wife who likes the Bears. I'm gonna send her a Viking jersey.
You don't want to get her started.
Is she around?
You really don't. No.
Is she not listening to the show? Is she?
No, she's.
I'm good then. I'm good.
She's out getting us a meal right now.
I'm good because if she does listen, she can hit you because you're close, not me.
Oh, I'll play the show to her.
Oh, well, in that case, Miss Holder, I'm gonna get you a Viking jersey.
Oh no.
I got the address.
Oh no. Babe, he's joking.
I'm not joking.
He's joking because he's an undercover Cowboys fan.
Don't ever cuss at me again, ever.
You have two brothers that are Cowboys fans and a father.
Doesn't mean I'm a Cowboys fan.
Look at the numbers. You're a statistics guy.
I love
stats.
At the numbers. I love stats. Love it.
Okay. Well, if 3 members of your family are Cowboys fans, and what are you, like 5 strong?
I'm definitely strong enough not to like a sorry team like the Cowboys.
Don't do that.
Oh, I went there. They have been
the
good.
Cowboys fans are already having a tough enough time as it is.
Well, they can have
pile on.
They can have a tougher time. They can go cry together and hold each other while they're losing. Hug it out. Cry on each other's shoulders. I don't care.
You just said Dak should start against who are they playing again?
Atlanta. Dak should start. Maybe I got Dak on my fantasy team. I don't know.
Atlanta.
Yeah, Dak should start so he can get hurt.
No, they've invested too much money in Dak.
I don't care. Before we sign off, I want all the Cowboys fans to get together, huddle up, lean on each other's shoulders, kiss each other's cheeks, and just cry. That's how I feel.
You're serious.
I'm dead serious, Holder.
I'm sorry, Cowboys fans. You know, unlike the Browns fans, I'm okay with the Cowboys fans, even though they beat the Steelers. We beat ourselves.
I would rather
for the Dallas Cowboys.
I would rather wear a Bears jersey before I wear a Cowboys jersey.
Well, let's do this. If you lose this week, I get to send you a Green Bay jersey with your name on the back.
No, we're not doing that. Not doing that.
Why not?
No, hold on.
Why not?
No, why Why would I accept this challenge, Holder? A Packers jersey? No.
Well, you're not accepting the challenge because you don't have faith in your team? I mean, come on, let's be realistic here.
What about it? What about a hat? Can we just do a hat?
No, I want you to feel. Maybe I get you some sweatpants to match.
You better not give me no sweatpants to match nothing.
You know.
Okay, fine. You want to play the game, Holder? Okay, fine.
Think about it.
All right,
Let's
fine.
think about it.
Think about this.
What if I went ball cap, jersey, and sweatpants?
No. All right, think about this deal.
Take a
all right.
picture, post it.
Think about this deal. If I beat you this week, I get to buy you a Browns t-shirt and a Browns hat, and you got to wear it.
No.
You don't have faith?
I got it.
You don't got faith?
Cheesehead hat, a jersey. Take a picture and post it.
Now you're just asking too much. I mean,
I already beat you with the pink tutu thing.
Shut up.
Which you never posted.
I look. What happened was my camera broke.
You know.
That's what happened.
And please sign off the show because we're getting silly and we're going to be losing listeners and followers.
Fine. You know what?
Just get us out of
I
here.
know
so
fans.
I know about my victory next week.
I know fans are like Morgan. You're being a little wish right now. Take this challenge because you know you're going to win. I'm gonna take that challenge, Holder. I accept that challenge. I accept it.
You're that confident?
Yes. I accept it.
It's that chance.
I accept it.
You heard it, listeners?
No take backs.
Straight from the horse's mouth, and he doesn't drink, so he's in the right frame of mind to accept that challenge.
I accept it. I accept it.
All right. Looks like I'm going to win again. That would be 2 in a row for me.
Negative. Get off the high horse.
Oh, fine.
Get off the high horse.
No, I won the tutu thing. That's number 1. This will be number 2.
I have so much faith right now in my picks because you jetted out and picked the Broncos. I'm so happy you picked the Broncos over Baltimore because I'm going to win this week. I'm going to do it in style. With that being said, folks, sorry we went over the show a little bit. We got a little crazy. A little crazy at the end. With that being said, though, don't let 4th down get you.
All right, finally. Okay, and you know what? I'm going to send a shout out to all the Cowboys fans, all the Green Bay fans. Let's pile on Morgan again some more next week. Win some games so he can be frustrated because we'll have to talk about those wins. And on my behalf, don't let 4th down get you from Morgan, and stay penalty free because you can't win if you got too many penalties. We are out of here.